Astrology is a meme, and it's circulating the same way that memes do. It's blooming and unfurling. According to Google Trends, searches for birth map and astrology both hit 5-year peaks in 2020, and many licensed astrologers say that their business boomed during the lockdown. People often tend to turn to astrology in times of distress. Due to COVID-19, hugs have become scarce, jobs have been lost, and every day brings news of more misery and suffering for most of the world. It's no surprise that so many people who previously had no interest in astrology are now looking to the stars for guidance. People of all ages believe in astrology and use the knowledge gathered from their horoscopes in their daily lives. Youths in particular believe in astrology more than any other generation and are the most likely to integrate it into their lives. According to a study by National Science Foundation, 58% of 18 to 24-year-old Americans believe in astrology. The majority of these people believe in the qualities ascribed to the signs as well. Today, we're going to go over 9 reasons why young people enjoy astrology. Make sure to watch until the end so you get all the tips. Number 1. Stress. According to a survey conducted by the American Psychological Association and Harris Interactive, millennials are more stressed than any other current living generation. For those who don't know who millennials are, these are the individuals who were born between 1981 and 1996. People are growing up at a tough time. They are sheltered with a lot of high expectations for what they should achieve. Individual failure is difficult to accept because you have the perception that you are a significant person who is expected to succeed. Young adults are stressed by their jobs, academics, and relationships. It's very difficult to find another job if one loses one. Even if a student does well in school, they must apply to colleges and bear the enormous burden of student loans. Even if a person is successful, they are too aware of their reputation in public to sustain it. Some even lose their families. Stress can have negative consequences in our life. Regardless of age, gender, and status, stressed people lead a life of loneliness. It is reported that 19% of millennials suffer from depression. To cope with the stress, they often use astrology as a guide. They consult astrologers about their problems and are pleased with the results. Number 2. Fame. Despite the fact that today's culture continues to separate astronomy and astrology, history links the two due to significant experts in both fields who helped anticipate and advise on major scientific and political developments. From William Lilly, who predicted the Great Fire in London, to Nostradamus, who predicted the dictatorship of Adolf Hitler, astrologers have been shaping society since as far back as 3500 BCE. It's difficult to compile a short list of popular astrologers who change history because they can be found through the entire spectrum of written history in Egypt, Greece, Rome, China, India, and Babylon. Aside from the famous prophecies, astrologers are also known for guiding us through love life and family matters. Many of us have heard stories about famous celebrities that have been diagnosed with a mental illness and have reported their condition to astrologers who help them find mental peace. Astrologers provide objective guidance based on the individual's reading. They use birth charts to try to explain them and how they can affect you. Finding mental peace and stability isn't something that people go to church for. Instead, they go to a particular individual who is educated in the ancient arts, who gives them special guidance on relationships and careers, a cure for mental stress and illness. Number 3. Uncertainty. There is a saying that goes, "Not to know is bad, not to wish to know is worse." Studies have shown that we find not knowing what could happen even more stressful than knowing that something bad is definitely going to happen. Astrology helps people in achieving the certainty people seek through its predictions. According to astrologer Jonathan Kainer, who writes horoscope columns for the Daily Mail, if someone is going through a period of disruption, they suddenly begin to take what is written on their sign far more seriously. The current COVID-19 pandemic, for instance, has wreaked havoc around the world and injected dozens of new uncertainties into our future plans. In addition to the big picture uncertainties, astrology can also help certain people cope with their day-to-day anxieties and encourage a sense of power. Number 4. Confidence. Astrology discloses one's life objective, direction, and provides a great deal of insight into all areas of love, family, health, career, finance, education, experience, and, of course, spirit. It provides answers to life's most challenging and almost hopeless problems, as well as showing how to manifest incredible wealth and prosperity. Astrology encourages people to keep fighting for the future that's ahead of them. One interesting research was recently conducted among some students where 50% of them were shown positive horoscopes and the rest were shown negative before entering the exam hall. It was later revealed that the students with positive horoscopes performed relatively well in exams than the others. In reality, nothing had changed except for the perspective of students. In a way, astrology empowers individuals by helping them understand their strengths and potentials that they may embrace and develop them with vigor. Number 5. Guidance. Astrology can help us gain a better understanding of our own life journeys and experiences. It can help us understand our personal problems, habits, fears, and dreams. Young people are often lonely, sad, or struggling to find a sense of purpose. Astrology provides them with something to hang on to and believe in. They turn to astrology for answers as to why certain incidents or events are occurring, as well as whether or not these hard times will inevitably come to an end and turn for the better. According to Christopher French, professor of psychology at the University of London, anything that appears to provide a glimpse of what is waiting around the next corner may give someone a better sense of control, even if that sense of control is illusory. Young people are more likely to consult their horoscopes when things go wrong or when they are down, as astrology acts as a form of stress management for them. Astrology also offers people advice when it comes to their most compatible signs, love, and relationships. People can easily learn how to find their soulmate, the best ways to treat the person they want, and how to keep them interested through astrology. It is an undeniable fact that astrology guides people through hardships. Number 6. Connection. In today's age of social media, it is becoming really hard to socialize with people outside of technology. However, astrology teaches us the meaning of our relationships. It educates us about the source of our feelings and the reason why people come together. Astrology explains the inner purpose of a relationship and how a certain individual responds to the world. In addition, it can also help in making new friends. There is a popular saying that goes, "Like attracts like, and we attract just what we are in mind." Similarly, a person's obsession with astrology can lead to interesting discussions among friends or strangers. Comparing the features of their zodiac signs and recognizing similarities and differences can be amusing and humorous. Number 7. Relieving tension. Astrology is a source of entertainment on the internet. Several websites have pages devoted solely to making light humor out of predictions. It's also been a social media meme in recent years. According to a study conducted by psychologist Graham Tyson, when people are under a lot of stress, they might turn to astrology to help them relax. Tyson also added that, under high stress, the individual is willing to use astrology as a coping mechanism even if he does not believe in it under low stress. In today's intense, fast-moving world, astrology could be a coping mechanism to relieve stress and anxiety. Especially during the time of the pandemic, astrology has exploded. It's all over social media sites as more people want to learn about their horoscopes or birth charts. Astrology has a way of getting us to be more connected to life and something bigger than us, at a time when we feel really disconnected from everyone and everything. Number 8. Self-identifying tool. Through astrology, we learn about the many aspects of our life, our special personalities, and those around us. It helps us to forgive ourselves for irritating characteristics and challenging circumstances. It helps us explore why, for instance, we struggle with patience or feel stifled by familial obligations. And concern for others is fueled by self-kindness. Many people, youngsters in particular, struggle to find out who they are, so they turn to astrology for guidance. Astrology provides a comprehensive interpretation of a person's personality that can assist in self-identification. A birth chart shows information about a person's personality, interests, dislikes, and greatest strengths and weaknesses. One of the most compelling reasons to believe in astrology is that it helps young people better understand themselves and the world around them. Number 9. Fun. Like I said before, several websites have pages devoted solely to making light humor out of predictions. There are so many accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr that are completely devoted to zodiac signs and horoscopes. It is present in almost all social media platforms. Astrology is enjoyable and it brings positivity and trust to the lives of young people. Astrology can be very appealing to captivate an audience that is anxiously spending too much time online, alone, thinking about themselves and what is going on in the world. Since it's a self-reflective method, young people often use what they experience as an insight to help them improve themselves. It helps young people understand that astrology isn't a magic bullet that can fix all their problems, but it can give them the self-awareness and trust they need to face whatever life throws at them. Despite the fact that astrology is not scientifically established, it is impossible to deny the existence of astrology. Astrology is something worth exploring. As the infamous psychiatrist Carl Jung once said, "The puzzling thing is that there is a real curious coincidence between astrological and psychological facts, so that one can isolate time from the characteristics of an individual, and also one can deduce characteristics from a certain time." These were the 9 reasons why young people enjoy astrology. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more videos on astrology and much more. Check out this video, 9 zodiac signs that don't get along at all, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.